How much money does it take to purchase a pre-foreclosure property subject to the existing loan? That's a question that a lot of people ask me, I know. And the answer is this: it depends. It could be zero, it could be 100,000. It just depends on how behind the owner is on the property. And it also determines the other costs of acquisition, how much work needs to be put into the house, how much the seller needs to walk away. So again, when you think of buying a property subject to, and it's a pre-foreclosure property, you have to make sure that when you're underwriting the deal, you know what the costs of acquisition are. Like, I have personally talked with homeowners. I have literally stood in their homes, at the countertop in the kitchen, going through envelopes that they never opened from the bank and from foreclosure trustees and creditors. And I have done the math and found out, even to the homeowner's surprise, that they were behind tens of thousands of dollars. The most I've seen a homeowner behind at one time was $69,000. They were $69,000 in arrears, which was like 4.5 years behind. They had been in foreclosure for 4.5 years. I had another homeowner that we actually did the deal with who was about $33,000 behind, and they were approximately 42 months behind. They hadn't paid a mortgage in 42 months. So again, that's just the arrears. We're not talking about closing costs. We're not talking about any cash that may go to the seller. We're not talking about the repairs or renovations that need to be made. We're not talking about any commissions or assignments you have to pay. We're not talking about holding costs, carrying costs. We're not talking about insurance that you have to do, inspections, all these other costs associated to it. So when you ask the question, how much money does it take to purchase a pre-foreclosure subject to, it really just depends on the cost of acquisition. And knowing the cost of acquisition is a part of your preliminary underwriting due diligence. Of course, if you need a copy of my underwriting worksheet that I walk you through all components of what you need to be clear on when you're putting together your cost of acquisition, cash to seller, cost of arrears, closing costs, commissions, assignments, renovation costs, carrying costs, and other costs. I also have a section where you want to determine the cost of disposition, and I show you how to determine those costs when you're putting a subject to deal together, especially if it's a pre-foreclosure. All you have to do is text the word mentor to 678-276-8253. Just screenshot that number, text or call me, and I'll be more than happy to give you access to the resources we have, because we're helping a lot of people, particularly the people who need our help the most, that are in pre-foreclosure with the pending auction. And if we don't come in and help them figure out a solution to transition to the next chapter of their life, they're going to be left out in the streets. So be sure to reach out to me. Click the link in the description if you want to see all the things that we're doing through our real estate investment company, RP Capital Home Solutions. But again, you can bypass all that. Just text the word mentor to 678-273-8253 and give me some feedback on what you think about what we just mentioned regarding the costs associated to buying a pre-foreclosure subject to the existing loan. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.